So this hand, the villain. What? So this hand, the villain does one of those little tiny probing bets and gets punished for it. Playing tricky. So the all-in does work. I have $6.39 and I doubled that, so that's pretty good. That's why it's good to always have like 100 plus big blinds for situations like this, where people will overcall you with an ace-7. That's why he was slow playing it. He wanted to trap me. He wanted to trap me. And yeah, that's a double-edged sword when you try to trap. You end up giving people free card, and yeah. I hit my gutter. I mean, that's like on the turn, that's like a 16% chance of that happening. So 1 out of 6 times, I guess. 1 out of 6 times that happens. So he got trappy, and 1 out of 6 times somebody with a gutter will just make it. 16%. 16 times 6 is 96. Yeah. So 1 out of 6 times somebody's just gonna make a gutter on you, and then what are you gonna do? It's a lot of variance, huh? So he checks. He wants me to bet. I don't bet. He bets 10 cents. I raise all in, and I guess he has to call. I mean, I could be doing this with just an ace-king, right? Let's see what the pre-flop was. Yeah, he's in big blind, so I raised. I could have ace-9. I could have any ace. And I was glad I did not bet the flop. I take a free card in position. You know, there's nothing wrong with taking a free card in position. It really works out. So in those situations where I guess the implied odds is larger than the, you know, trying to get somebody to fold. Yeah, it's close. Because there's also been times when I don't semi bluff, you know, or even quarter bluff. That would be, you know, because it's a gutter. I don't quarter bluff, and then there's nothing I could do on the river. So it just depends. I mean, if you don't bluff, then you're not gonna get somebody off their hand. But if you do bluff, you get blown off in this case. Because believe me, if you would have bet here, then on the flop, then you would have been way blown off your hand. There's no way you could draw for that too. So let's think this through. When you have large implied odds, which in retrospect I obviously did, then tend to, you know, catch the next card, get the next card for free. But if the implied odds, which you wouldn't have known on the flop which way it was, so I mean, this is a zone, you have no read on your opponent, and you know, so this is zone. So this is a crapshoot. But in general, if you have a read, if there's a large implied odds, as in this case in retrospect, then go ahead and get the cheapest card that you can and try to make your hand, and then your opponent has a very strong hand, and he'll call you as an all-in. And you got pretty much not necessarily the, yeah, you do. You got the nuts. You got the freaking nuts. 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 5 on the board. I'm blocking the 5. So that's the general principle. Here, in retrospect, your implied odds was great, so it was the right thing to get the free card.